Most AI businesses won't make money in 2026, and that's because they're missing the foundation that every successful business has. So today, I'm going to tell you what that is and walk you through the 5 proven ways to make real money with AI. For each one, I'll show how it works and then rank them based on cost, effort required, and earning potential. So if you don't want to waste your time on AI businesses that are guaranteed to fail, in this video you'll find out which ones actually work. But before we get into the details, I want to tell you why most AI businesses will actually fail in 2026. You've probably heard of a lot of ways you can make money with AI. And on paper, they look amazing, but in reality, they are not as good as they seem. First, it's very difficult to get clients, but if you manage to do that, it'll still be hard to keep them. Why? Well, it's not that the business idea is bad, but there's something crucial missing, and any seasoned entrepreneur would see it in a second. But for beginners, it's very easy to miss. I'm talking about the foundation of business, which is solving a problem. Most AI businesses look nice on the outside, but they don't solve any painful problems for people. And that's exactly why 90% of them fail in the first year. But knowing this alone doesn't save you from falling in the same trap. That's why today, I'm going to show you the 5 proven ways to make money with AI by solving real problems. So let's start with the one that solves one of the biggest problems in human history: time. With this model, you can save up to 20, 30, and sometimes even 40 hours per week for a business owner. And the best part is that every single company out there needs it, but they don't know how to do it themselves. So that's why they are willing to pay somebody to solve it for them. And if you're wondering what this business model is called, it's the AI Automation Agency. And all you have to do is replace any manual or repetitive work with an AI system that gets everything done in minutes instead of days. So let's say the owner of a company asks the same question every week, and that's, what's happening in my business right now? Now, what happens is that a real employee has to go and figure it out. He will go through multiple places to collect the data needed. He will study the entire accounting software and look for any differences from the last week. Then he'll copy all that information by hand, which usually leads to errors. So he needs to go back and forth multiple times to get the entire report right. And realistically, this can take 1 to 2 days of tedious work. Now imagine a simple AI system that pulls data from all the tools and puts them in one place. The next time the owner asks the same question, the AI will get the result in less than 10 seconds. This means the owner can make better and faster decisions for the company. And he also has an employee that's full of energy and ready to generate more money for him. As you can see, that simple AI system solved a big problem for him. That's why an AI automation agency is so powerful. It literally saves tens of hours every week. Now, there are a lot of technical tutorials on how to create such AI systems, but the cost is still going to be high. And that's because you need to connect the company tools using multiple automation softwares, then set up triggers so data flows automatically. The effort is also medium because you need to create specific automations for each company, but it actually gets easier once you build a few projects and learn how to use the tools. Now for the earning potential, this model is very high because it solves one of the biggest problems people have: time. But once business owners get enough time back, they start to wonder to actually scale their company. And here's where the second AI business model gets a huge advantage, because it doesn't just solve the problem completely, but it also gives companies a predictable way to make more money. And that is only possible because of this principle. Businesses need clients to make money. If you can get them more clients, they will make more money. It's that simple. And that's the entire idea behind building an AI lead generation agency. You help companies find the right clients, and you do that by using AI to do the research of the market and identify the people who are likely to buy. You use tools like Clay or Apollo to scrape data, then AI scores and filters the best leads. You can also filter out the bad ones, so the businesses don't waste time. Now you can even make AI take care of the prospects, but that's a different business model I'll show you later on. Everything I told you earlier, from the market research to the lead scraping, is currently done by a full team of employees. So let's say there are 5 people inside, which is actually a small number for big companies. That's 5 people working 8 hours each, so 40 hours of labor per day. And if we multiply that by 5 days, that's over 200 hours spent on lead generation every week. Now just imagine this. You come into the company, install your full AI system, and now the whole lead generation is on autopilot. That's 200 hours of labor saved every week with one single tool. Also, the company can use those extra employees for other tasks, growing the business even faster. Honestly, this agency is one of my favorites, and I truly believe every owner will implement it in the next 1 to 2 years. So this is a great opportunity to start. But now let's see what the statistics are for the lead generation agency. The cost is actually low. You don't need to invest much because you can start with tools like Clay, Apollo, or even ChatGPT. The effort is medium as you need to understand a little bit of general marketing, but the earning potential is quite low. And the reason for that is that you're paid per lead. But here's the thing, some businesses can only manage a small number of clients every month. So even if you can bring them hundreds of leads, they will only pay you for how much they can handle. If the business pays $30 for every new client they get from you, but they can only onboard 100 per month, this means the maximum income you can make is $3,000, which is one of the lowest compared with the rest of the AI businesses. But if you like numbers and want to understand more about marketing in general, this is one of the best choices you can make. However, if you want something more creative that doesn't require that much work, let me show you the next business model. Let's go over and see how this actually solved one of the biggest problems for content creators. So if you like to spend a lot of time on social media, watching YouTube, or maybe Instagram Reels, you're going to love this model. One of the biggest problems creators face is not posting enough content. They maybe record a podcast and a few videos every month, but they know this is not going to work because in 2026, you need a lot more content if you want to turn your subscribers into paid customers. But there's actually a way you can help them do that without recording more videos. You can take their current long-form content and turn it into YouTube Shorts, Instagram carousels, X posts, and so much more. But this used to take a lot of time a few months ago. And even for a professional editor, this would take a few days of hard work. So here's where the AI content repurposing service comes in. Nowadays, there are multiple AI tools that do 90% of the heavy lifting for you when it comes to editing videos. So you don't need to be an expert at editing because AI lets you do it 10 times faster and easier than ever before. And you can find a ton of design tools for free, but even if you want to use better software, the entire cost would still be low compared to the rest of the businesses. Now, for the effort part, it really depends on what you have done in the past. If you have a creative background, this is probably going to be the easiest business model for you. But here's the thing, even if you don't have experience, AI content repurposing is not that difficult. So I'll give it a low to medium for the effort required. Now, the income potential is also low to medium. But one of the cool parts here is that you can get multiple clients at the same time to multiply your income. And usually, all the clients need the same type of content repurposing. So this means you can batch all of them at the same time. But to be honest, there are also clients who want very personalized edits for their brand, but they also pay a premium for it. Now, do you remember when we talked about the lead generation agency and told you that AI can take care of the prospects? Well, that's actually possible, and more business owners started to implement it in their company, but very few of them know how to do it correctly. So if you want to start an AI business that has already demand, this is it, the AI customer support. You've probably used one before, but if you still don't know what that is, the AI customer support is simply a bot that has access to all the information inside a company and helps potential customers get clarity on their situation 24 hours per day. So this works the best for FAQ and personalized guidance. And it's actually crucial in a company because if the potential clients are not sure whether this is the product they need, they'll leave. But let's go ahead and see whether it is worth it or not. Now, when it comes to the cost of running it, it's pretty low. You don't need more than $50 to $300 per month to get all the tools you need, which makes it way cheaper than the automation agency. The effort is low, as you don't need to build a custom infrastructure every time. You build the system once and then sell it to multiple clients. And for the earning potential, this AI business model is way better than the lead generation one. With this alone, you can easily hit a medium because once you have the system in place, you can get 5 to 7 new clients on board and do the same thing for them. But if I really have to choose one AI business model to start in 2026, I'll 100% pick the one that has direct impact on a CEO's day-to-day life. And that's because I can charge a lot of money for it. So let's go over to the final AI business model to show it to you. All right, so as you know, company owners get dozens of emails every day. And this becomes a big problem for them because every time they check the inbox, they see scheduling requests, team messages, sales emails, and so much more, all in the same inbox. So they waste up to an hour every single day sorting and responding to the important ones. And that 1 hour compounds over time. That's 5 hours per week, over 20 hours per month, and nearly 250 hours per year just managing emails. Now imagine if a CEO could get all that time back to focus on making big decisions, closing deals, or growing the company. That's why the AI email and calendar manager is the best business model to solve this exact problem. You're getting paid to build an executive assistant AI to help CEOs manage emails and meetings. And here's how it works. Every time they get an email, your AI reads it and then puts it in a category. Now you can have multiple categories like to respond, meetings, and social media. But here's the cool part that makes me want to start this myself. You can also connect the AI to the calendar. So whenever somebody is asking to get a meeting with the CEO, the AI checks the calendar and finds the spots available. It can even draft responses, suggest meeting times, and send them automatically. So the CEO wakes up to an organized inbox, pre-scheduled meetings, and only the emails that actually need their attention. Now the cost is medium, as you only need a few good tools, but the effort is high. And that's because you need to know how to actually put together all of these AI tools in order to get the whole thing running. But the income potential is huge. There's actually one AI company that uses this exact business model. It's called Fixer, and they went from $1 million to over $10 million in less than 5 months. And there are still hundreds of thousands of business owners that need this email AI, but they don't even know it exists. But the only reason these AI businesses work is because they solve real problems for real people. So it's guaranteed all of them will make money in 2026. Now it depends on you which one you choose. Some people are more creative and start an AI content repurposing agency. Others like to build complex systems, so they pick an AI automation agency. It depends from person to person, but if you choose one of the 5 proven businesses I showed you today, it's impossible not to make money. So like this video and let me know in the comments which AI business you want to start.